Commander, watch your vitals!
Might I have a word, Commander? I know I've been pushing to find DeVries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn. Avoid it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island. The doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-protectorate, a good man. Tracked him to Westport a short time ago, but never got up the nerve to visit. Reckon we could drop by and pay him a visit. Brief one, of course. Oh, legs bother me a bit, but no more than usual. Anyway, that's not the reason I'm asking the visit. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here, being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, All my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. Wasn't like I didn't want to take things farther, hit the Protectorate where it hurt. But I still had my cover to think of too. I couldn't risk disrupting the mission. All the more reason the Earth Directorate needed someone in the system keeping an eye on things. Luckily, Val and I survived. I'd feel better about that commendation if things hadn't turned out as they did. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder. Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot. Guess some of what you said way back when stuck. All that talk about putting people first. Figured that's what I was doing, putting a stop to all the pain I was causing. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him, till recent. If it weren't for Zeb, I'd be in the ground. It's a debt I never properly repaid. Plus, I don't relish his last memory of me being a vanishing act. I owe him better. And since finding you, well, a lot feels possible now that didn't before. Well, don't spare my feelings none. Like I said, I know we've got business elsewhere, but I wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important. Just, if you're going to be heading over to Westport, let me trail along, all right?
Agent Ibarra, you failed to take your daily supplements 3 days in a row. Vitamins are a vital tool in aiding wound healing and achieving your long-term health goals.
We've talked about this, Val. Ain't polite airing folks' private health information in front of others.
If oral capsules are not your preferred delivery method, suppositories may be a viable alternative.
All right. I'll take the damn supplements. The normal ones. And maybe I'll examine your courtesy settings while I'm at it. Soldiers seem twitchy to you? Might want to sneak our way in. Coming up on some foes.
The void was that. A time to
C-45.
sabotage.
plentiful. We have everything we need.
Huh.
Dictates
Well,
we take a
at
moment
least it's not shooting the water anymore.
and thank the sovereign.
I had a nightmare that the matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm. And we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Anti's workers.
Greetings.
The matriarch chose Eden because she
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
invasive species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons.
Our society was built from the bedrock up through the vision of our matriarch. Due to her genius, the structure of our society is perfect, planned down to the last subject. We all work as a unified whole for the betterment of all, unlike those corporate colonies, where it's every person for themselves.
Informing on your neighbors, same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any minor disruption.
Obviously, there was some sort of betrayal from within. Even a perfect society has its malcontents, and selfish consumerism is an alluring drug for weak minds. But consider all we've achieved that others have not. Why, we've even eradicated manual labor through our perfection of automechanicals. Can Antes claim such?
That you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficiency.
I will not speak of them. I dislike even doing so indirectly. That brings me to a matter I'd like to discuss with you, actually. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, automech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose.
Recalibrating a mechanical is not simply a matter of flipping a few switches. We'd need variable gears and essential motivators to have any hope of rebuilding their programming. Reprogramming mechs to perform functions outside their assigned roles is a complicated affair. Our wily chief mechanist can do it, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowly
Why, we're traitors, obviously. We've not fulfilled our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy. Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Anti's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long.
Atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological.
These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Even the most robust ecosystem, like
Hence my use of the term reasonable facsimile.
individualists within
I owe it to every single person here to try.
is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with
Farewell now.
keep informing on your same as ever, but prudence dictates we give it a extra added zeal for now.
Well, it's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which gives us the strength to build
My
new
body
houses.
is covered in burns, acquired in battle.
How do I cook
Prudence
fish?
The only
We
relief
maintain
I have
sufficient
is when I
zeal
can
at all
jump in the
times.
water and float over my former house.
And executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individuals depletion of resources, community didn't have the firm benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. We all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us. A perfect life of contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night.
The matriarch and sovereign chose Eden, the perfect.
Food is nutritious.
I inhale so much dust.
Why worry about the rift? It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure something else will kill you way before that.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job?
That you entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient
How empty are the lives of empty subjects that they need to rely on
and manipulative indoctrinatory
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch curse and the sovereign embodies and executes No target. And plenty. We have community, purpose, time for recreation. We're stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it all. And
The
then
matriarch and sovereign chose Eden, the perfect...
Prudence dictates that we watch our neighbors. Over to make it easier.
Material for perfection.
Train at the Arbiter's facility.
But their paradigm says we're to spend our lives in our predetermined profession.
That's why it's so generous of the sovereign to let us become tiny cogs in the great war machine.
the native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex network to govern it.
Appeared right out of the aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintraut.
Individualists within Auntie's choice, so don't fret. The system is resilient.
Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
Keep informing on your neighbors, same as ever. But prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset.
Say, you are every bit you seem, yes? Thoroughly on the up and up and in no way a hidden agent? It is widely known that a sentinel is required to stand revealed before rendering judgment. Why, a plot point about that featured prominently in the latest episode of Red Cloak.
Of course you believe everything on the Aether Wave. I guess it would be stranger if you didn't swallow the propaganda, even if it does take some heavy dramatic license.
We are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are...
Say now, no need to get tough. You saw through my ruse, fine. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Ah, I am not familiar, though that does sound like one of their products. I refer to the ones for Purple Berry Crunch brand cereal. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret. I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden, we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords
If
us.
I am not the person for it, I would be most surprised. Do tell.
Community, purpose, time for recreation. We sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful.
I normally might, but my cousin, the warden there, freely enjoys stringing up Auntie's Choice sympathizers, and Marilyn would grant no reprieve to family.
To rightly appreciate it all and thank the sovereign.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest...
That seems neither prudent nor wise. I value my neck and do not intend to hang.
We're all in this together.
The matriarch.
Why, you're right. I am no member of the herd. I think for myself. You've convinced me.
The pleasant atmosphere and rich natural resources represent
Well, all right then. I will pack my things and head out in due course. Glad this world has folks like you just going around helping people realize their enormous unrevealed potential. I, for one, am the better for it.
Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise.
You've brought me my poor, hapless cousin. If only it were under better circumstances.
I don't believe there is any circumstance, cousin, in which you would celebrate our meeting. Whatever you intend to do, I can only hope you do it quickly. I'll admit this is not the predicament I anticipated a get-up-and-go-getter might find themselves in. But I know my cousin. Why holler in rage when I know there's no way out?
So we're tearing families apart now? Every time I think I'm going to start redeeming myself, we stumble upon a situation like this. Maybe I've just been kidding myself this whole time.
Charlton, you've put us in this position. And I do not send you to your death with a grin. The great paradigm is worth more than either of us. I have no choice but to honor it. If only you had not strayed so far from home. Cadre, you know your orders. Now then, have you any word of Ida? What? How do you know this? Keen as I am to entertain this, am I expected to take traitors and corporatists at their word? Let me see that. Yes. Yes! This does appear to be hers. This is excellent news. I had heard reports of the Harvester being incapacitated and its workers stranded. To think it was our dear Ida's handiwork. Oh, she shall be honored. Should Montelli deign to interrogate me for my associations, I'll be certain to inform him of her patriotism. Spare me. She would have expressed the same manner of joy upon hearing news of my atonement. Duty above all. A true Protectorate subject knows this. Since you have already delivered me, Charlton, our arrangement is concluded. You may cross the bridge. Safe passage assured. Cadre, lower the bridge. Remember, there will be no negotiations, no staying of hands north of the bridge. If you step out of line, may the matriarch have mercy on you. Montelli surely won't.